shaking on it is like sacred to men. Just a baby, I can't think about my friends. Drive. And what would you know, my mom was telling me that my uncle had just passed away, and there's a bunch of fart noises playing in the background now. Hey, my name's Mia, and my name is Emily, and this is Almost Adults. So we wanted to welcome you guys back to our podcast. I feel like it's been a while. We were on spring break. We didn't have an episode. One whole week without
us.
It's
so
how
sad.
depressing.
But we thought about what we wanted this week's episode to be, and we thought really hard. And this week we're gonna give you some tips
ready for it.
and tricks on how to get a boyfriend.
Yep.
We're really excited for this episode. We've actually been waiting, because we've had an episode list of things we want to talk about, and this has been one of our top ones. We've been
We
excited.
thought this one would be so fun to talk about because we have no room to talk seriously about this.
No.
I have a boyfriend.
I don't have a
does not.
boyfriend. Never had one, actually.
But, like, I have no right because I did nothing to get my boyfriend whatsoever. Like, I couldn't pick up on any of the signals. The only things my boyfriend did was he would go up to a big group of us girls at BCM, and he'd be like, hey, guys, I found this new pickup line. What do y'all think? And, of course, I already kind of had a crush on him from, like, our spring break trip in Chicago.
And she never said anything?
Listen, guys, I get really nervous, and I didn't want to be vulnerable and be like, oh, I really like him, but he doesn't like me back or anything.
So I didn't hear anything about it until they were going to go on a maybe date, maybe not. We didn't know.
No, we'll get to that soon because this is also crazy. But... So we actually went on a mission trip together, and Mia was with us. It was a BCM mission trip to Chicago. Kind of noticed him there. I was like, okay. We were in a skit, and I was Mother Mary, and he was Jesus. Crazy, right?
That's wild.
Plot twist.
Yeah, actually.
But anyway, nothing really happened there. Like, I kind of had feelings for him. I didn't think he was, like, even noticed me or whatever. And then... through that whole few months, now that I realize it, like, he always tried to talk to me just a little bit every Monday at BCM, and he would just, like, go up to a group of us and be like, hey, I have a new pickup line, and it'd be, like, the stupidest pickup line. And so, like, I would always keep my head down because I kind of liked him, and I was, like, embarrassed and nervous like a stupid little girl. And then I would always be like, no, that's garbage, because it was garbage. I would always be like, that's so stupid. Like, you need to think of a better one and bring it back. And he's like, okay, so he always would, or he would be like, hey, I have this new picture. What picture should I put from my profile picture? Which he came up to me and singled me out. But then he went to other girls, and so I was like, oh, it's not just me.
But then he picked the profile picture that you said.
That's what he says, and
I
he
know.
did. But I'm like, so did all the other girls, but whatever. And then there was one night after BCM, we all, like, were sitting together. I think Mia was there. Maybe not. I don't know if you're at the...
I have no idea.
I don't know if
Maybe when you start saying it, I'll remember.
Okay, so we were sitting, like, in a little circle after we had, like, our family groups, like, discussing, like, all the stuff about the service. And he was talking about this horrific sandwich that he likes.
Oh, no, I wasn't there for that because you told me after.
I think... I'm not sure. At the HCPBJ. I think it's a PB&J HC. I think that's how he says it. I don't know. It's crazy.
He'll yell at you later for getting it
No,
wrong
he will.
anyway.
He's going to yell at me, but it's fine. It's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich combined with ham and cheese as well. So it's all together.
That sounds absolutely atrocious.
Because he said one day that he was really hungry and he couldn't decide whether if he wanted a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or a ham and cheese sandwich. So he combined them.
So he was stupid?
And he was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. And he made it for other people. But... I remember, like, he said it, and of course, I can't hide my facial expressions, and so, like...
No, you cannot. That is one of your fatal flaws.
I gave one of the, like, nastiest facial expressions, apparently, but also, like I said, scared little girl, I was looking away, and so he noticed I, like, was looking like that, but apparently he said he was, like, staring right at me, and he was like, are you gonna try, you need to try it. like, before the end of this semester, you're trying it. And I was like, no, that's disgusting. And one of this other girl was like, no, it's actually good. Like, I've tried it. And it was, like, one of his friends or whatever. And I was like, no, I'm not trying that. That's disgusting. And plus, I'm already a picky eater. But who in the heck wants to eat a peanut butter and jelly and ham and cheese sandwich?
That's just gross.
It's so gross. But he made me shake on it. And so I was like, okay. Apparently, shaking on it is, like, sacred to men.
It's, like, your word.
It's, like, sacred to men. Because after that, I just didn't think anything of it. I was just like, oh, my gosh, he talked to me. That's crazy.
He talked to me, and then we shook hands.
I know. And then we had our spring formal at BCM. Mm-hmm. And then me and Mia left early because we didn't.
Oh, no, we didn't want to be there.
We partied too hard, meaning we socialized. Just enough to be like, it's time to go to bed. So we left, and I went and got in bed and everything. Me and Mia already had the lights turned off at like 10:30 or so. It was probably,
not surprised.
I think it was probably like 11:30.
It was probably like 11:30.
It was 11:30, and I got a DM, and it was from him, and he was like, "Bro, I have this new pickup line," and then he made it like with my name in it. Because my last name is Pilkington, and he said something about me being the Pilking one for him or something. Like, you know, like...
That is...
I know. It's very Nathan. It's very Nathan.
Yes.
And I just remember sitting up in bed, and I was like, Mia, do you think Nathan likes me?
And this is the first time I'd ever heard anything of it. And I'm like, I don't know. And I was like, wouldn't that be crazy, though, if he did? Because I was paired up with him while we were in Chicago.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is the first time I've ever seen this man, really, or paid attention to him.
No, yeah. Like, I always noticed him, like, since I got to, like, school. Like, and me and him talking about it, like, we've always noticed each other, but, like, never acted upon it, which is kind of crazy. But, yeah, that was... And I was so, like, I literally looked at me at, like, 11:30, and I was like, I think he might
and I was
like me.
Really? Like, I don't know, man. She was like, oh...
Yeah, no, because, she was telling me that, and I was like, okay, so maybe I'm, like, obviously just making it up in my head. Mm-hmm. So then I was like, no, bury it down again, Emily. It's not there. So then I went back to bed, and he was still texting me, like, and he texted me that whole day.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, you're trying that sandwich. And I was like, And
then you made me pick out your outfit, number one. You got in the shower, and you were like, Mia,
wait, I thought that was our first date.
Was it?
That was our first date.
Okay. So I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, so the trying of the sandwich was when I invited you to come with me.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, and I was like, no.
Okay, so I didn't understand it, right? Like, I thought trying the sandwich was like, he was either going to just bring it to me or we're going to meet in a public, like, more like at school. And then I was just
thought y'all were going to eat it in his car.
Yeah, or like, I thought I was going to go to his room, try it, and leave. Like, that's literally what I thought I was doing. Mm-hmm. And that's why I was like, Mia can just go with me. And then this whole debacle of, like, everyone was like...
I remember then people were asking you about it.
Yes, because apparently, you know, I didn't know this. I didn't pick up on it, but Nathan liked me. And so he just was trying to find an excuse to, like, hang out with me to see if he, like, really liked me, you know? Like, he was always interested in me, but, like, did he like me? And... some people can't keep their mouth shut, and they also took it as, hey, y'all are going on a date.
Yeah, because then I remember you came up to me and you were like, oh my gosh, Mia, do you think this is a date?
Yes, because
I have no idea.
I went to church that one Wednesday night, and I walked in the doors, and everyone just went silent and just stared at me.
I don't remember that. Maybe I wasn't. Was I coming to church with you?
No, you were at Central, because I texted you, and I was like, bro. Okay. Because I was by myself, and I was mortified. And I just sat there, and I was like, oh, my gosh, this is so embarrassing. Why is this happening? And then Kirsten was like, bro, he thinks it's a date. Like, I heard. And I was like, what? What do you mean? And she's like, I'll figure it out. Then we left.
I'll figure it out.
We left church. She called me and was like, yeah, no, he's, like, telling everyone it's a date and everything. And I was like, oh, my gosh, I didn't think this was what that was. Whatever. And so I remember the next day, like, I did not want to go. Like, I was so nervous. And then I told Mia that what was happening and everything. And she's like, well, just don't go. And I was like, but I like him. And she was mad at me because she didn't know.
And then that was the first time she'd ever actually verbally been like, yeah, I would want to, like, go out with him. Yeah. And I'm like, dog, since when? She's like, I don't know, since like spring break. Mind you, it's almost May at this point. It's like the end of April.
It was April 25th.
Yeah. So we're about to leave school in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then she's been sitting on this for like 2.5 months.
Yeah. I don't talk about things much.
See, and then I'm over here. If I even see a cute guy, I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I'm in love.
And I'm so here for it, and I'm there for you. And now I know I should have talked to you about it because this would have been such an easier process for me.
And then was it the sandwich or the first date that you were gone for like ever?
No, that was.
And I thought you had been kidnapped.
No, so that was a sandwich. So he picked me up, and obviously I didn't think it was a date, but he told me like we were just gonna go get a Sonic drink or something and try the sandwich. And I was like, okay. So got there, he opened the door for me and everything. You know,
Ooh.
I know he does that. It's so sweet. He actually hits me if I try to open a door now.
What? He hits you?
You saw him.
That's
do
what
it
a real
today.
man does.
You saw him do it today. He just smacked my arm.
Yes, he gets very salty if you open your own door.
Yeah, he doesn't like it. Anyway, I mean that's a good thing.
Yeah,
I
that
guess.
is.
It's a sweet thing. It's just sometimes I like to test the waters and see and just be annoying. But no, he opened the door for me and everything, and then we went to Sonic and we just talked, and then you could tell like I tried the sandwich, took one bite.
And it was atrocious.
I took one bite. It was not horrible. And he was like, what do you think? I was like, it's not horrible, but...
You were like, can I spit it out please?
I had it, and I was like, Nathan, do I have to eat this? Like, do I have to keep eating this? And he was like, no, it's fine. Like, I'll eat it later. And just, like, threw it.
No, I'll just eat it later, and I'll throw it in the bag.
No, because I was like, I don't have to... Do I have to eat this? And he was like, no, I was just going to get you some snacks or like some food from here if you wanted it.
That's why we're at Sonic.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, good. I'm like, it's not terrible, but please don't make me eat anymore.
Don't make me eat anymore.
Well, then we got back to school, and both of us were just like still like enjoying each other's company and talking and everything. So we just sat outside at the Oasis, like between both of our dorms. Mm-hmm. And we literally talked till 4 a.m.
Okay, here's my side of this story. Mind you, I've had Emily's location for a while because one day I texted her, I was like, where are you at? And then jokingly requested her location, and we've just shared ever since. So obviously the first couple hours, I'm like, oh, it must be going well. Like, she hasn't texted me. Like, it must be fine. Well, then a couple hours later, I'm like, it's dark now. She's not back. So I look where she's at, and she's just like, I forget, because I checked it once and y'all were like driving around. I was like, okay, they're fine. Yeah. And then I checked it again and y'all were at the Oasis. I'm like, okay, like she's just right out there, like she's fine. Then several hours later, you are still not back. And I'm like, I'm ready to go to bed. Like, oh my gosh, what is going on? And she's been kidnapped.
My phone is always on silent, and I turned it over, and like Mia had been blowing up my phone, and I was like, are you dead? Are you kidnapped? Is it okay? Like, are you okay?
Yes, I thought she was like kidnapped or something, because Nathan would definitely kidnap her.
He would.
He definitely would.
He does now.
Yes, he does. No, so then I'm in my pajamas. Like, I've had a shower. I'm ready to go to bed. And I'm like, I can't see her because this tree's in the way. It says she's right out there, but I don't believe it. He must have thrown her phone in the Oasis or something because he's kidnapped her.
Bro.
So I get like a sweatshirt on and my shoes on, and I walk all the way out there and to the doors, and I can see the both of you. And I'm like, okay, well, she's there. And so I texted her. I was like, I forget what exactly I said, but I was
remember.
Like, you better be okay, because, like, I'm going to bed. It's too late now.
No, I know. It was one of those things, like, we were just talking, and we did not realize how late it was. Like, we were just yapping about everything.
Maybe you should consider other people's feelings.
I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking about it. And then I look up, actually, at the other dorm, and, like, 3 of our other friends were staring out the window. It was Kirsten and Anna and Gabby, like, watching us.
I think that's hilarious, because that would have been me if I could see you.
I was, like, waving at them, because they were kind of like, really? You're going out with Nathan? And I was like,
I think that's what everyone said. Because y'all didn't really, like, talk any, like, before.
No, yeah. But then it was, like, a thing, like, everyone was kind of shocked about it. But, like, it was one of those things I feel like me and Nathan kind of knew deep down. Like, both of us were, like, whatever.
Meant for each other?
Yeah, pretty much. But also, now it just makes sense that we're together.
Yeah, it really
like,
does.
Everyone's like, okay, that's actually perfect, and it's so cute. And I'm like,
yeah, and I'm there, too.
And Mia's there as
I'm there
well.
Too. Don't worry, guys.
And then, but that was that Thursday. And then he asked me out. He was like, actually, do you want to actually go on a real date? And I was like, well, yeah.
I guess.
And so then Sunday, he took me to the steakhouse and stuff, and we hung out.
I'm pretty sure I ate your leftovers.
Did you?
Because I do that often.
You do that every time he gets me food, because I just don't eat much.
She doesn't eat it all, and then it'll sit in the fridge sometimes for a couple days, and I'm like, hey, are you going to eat this? And she's like, no. I'm like, okay, I guess it's my dinner then.
But yeah, showing, I didn't do much. Like, and then after our date, so that whole, like Mia said, we had like 2 weeks. There was that, it was the week of finals. Like, we only had like 1 week at school together. And then, like, we really, like, obviously just had our first date, so it was kind of weird or whatever. But we, like, really clicked. And so me and him, like, spent every day together.
Mm-hmm.
Where, like, he would come over and, like, watch movies and like,
at
play
first,
VR
good
with
Lord, that was so awkward when he very first came over. Because I'm very weird with new people.
Yeah, but now he just walks in.
Like, today, he literally walked in. I was like, oh, must be Nathan. Let me just not care at all.
No, like, he just walks in. Like, it does not matter. But obviously, like, we were all kind of like, it's new. But then he just came and saw me once a week during the summer, and the rest is history. We've been together for almost 10 months.
Woohoo! You know, he asked me, quote unquote, permission to ask you out.
I told him he had to.
Yeah, he sent me, because I was at camp, and he sent me a video, and he was in his car, and he was driving. He said, Mia, I'm on my way right now, and I know I was supposed to ask you, and I was going to do this differently to ask her to be my girlfriend, but this is really spontaneous, and I'm asking her today, and so she said I had to get your permission first, so, can I have your permission? And at first, I didn't open it. I opened it a couple hours later.
Oh my
Because
God.
I was like, I'm in the kitchen right now. I don't know why he is messaging me. I cannot look at this. So it was later that night. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And I was like, of course, because, like, obviously.
No, I told him, I was like, I can't be your girlfriend until you ask her.
Because I am your wife.
Exactly. So. And he was like, are you serious?
He was like, this is a weird relationship the two of you have.
And he was like, okay. And then he asked me, and he said, Mia hasn't responded yet. And I'm like, well, she should say yes. she should say yes. And if not, we may have to reconsider.
We may have issues.
We may have to reconsider what just happened. So
what if I had said no? Like, no, I'm sorry, but I really don't like him. You cannot be with him.
I think he'd say too bad. He would have said tough noogies.
Yeah. But here we are now. I'm basically y'all's kid, but sometimes,
basically,
Lord, me and Nathan are like brother and sister.
They are, most of the time. Man. They just bicker all the time and just, like, mess with each other. Like, the other day, Mia was on the phone with her mom, and he just comes up to me, and he was like, I just really want to touch her toe. And I'm like, okay.
Because I didn't have my socks on, and I was just on top of my bed.
I literally was, like, unbothered. I was like, whatever, okay. And so he just went and just, like, wiggled her toe.
I caught me so off guard. I was like, oh, what are you doing?
That's why he wanted to do it.
And then, this is so funny. I was on the phone with my mom again, and Emily has an Alexa that she got for Christmas, and Nathan likes to ask it to play fart noises. So one day, I'm on the phone with my mom, and he says, hey, Alexa, play a fart noise. And what would you know? My mom was telling me that my uncle had just passed away, and there's a bunch of fart noises playing in the background now. He's just cracking up laughing. He thinks he's so funny. I get off the phone with my mom, and I'm like, hey, Nathan, just so you know, my mom was telling me that, like, one of my relatives had just passed away. And he was like, oh, my gosh. And
he was trying so hard not to laugh, but he didn't know how to react. Like, if she was
actually
so
funny.
Well, he was, like, trying to read you to see if you were, like, actually sad. And then when he noticed that you were not sad, you were laughing, he was like, oh, my gosh.
That was so funny.
No, that was actually hilarious. I was like, Nathan, you're such an idiot, but good job. That was really funny.
Yeah, that was awesome. I actually think about that when I need a good laugh.
But also, other than, just that whole story, I can't read signals very well.
I can't either.
Neither can Mia.
I can't. I've been on a couple, don't even know if you would call them dates, because it was never really doing anything, and it was with someone that I don't even want to talk about. But,
we can just talk about, like, the idea of you not reading signals.
Lord, I can't read a sign that you put in front of my face.
Like, yeah,
you need to be super straightforward.
There's been some things lately that you have not noticed.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Even though some of it I did not notice until it was brought to my attention that that's what
I
that
really
meant.
And you had to tell me not to do certain things. I'm like, oh my gosh, am I doing that? And you're like, no, but like, just make sure you don't now. And I'm like, okay. So I had to really refrain from.
It was just like
things recently.
It was just being a friend. And
yes.
It was like, Mia, you can't be a friend right now. You have to just act like you hate the person.
Yeah. So.
But that's okay.
That was just recently anyway. That's all done with.
That's our life. That's our love life. Mine is based on a ham and cheese and peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
And mine is based on that you have a boyfriend.
Hey, at least you're part of us. In a way. In a way. But we did look up a bunch of very unserious, like, wild tips for you guys because we obviously don't have real ones. I mean, you heard our stories.
Yeah.
So we thought we would share a few with you.
These are, like, really, really out there and really kind of just there for the kicks, but we're going to go through this list.
I think some of them could work.
Yeah, some of them could. We're going to tell you, like, all about them and if we think we would try them and if they would work or not.
But I genuinely think if you met the right person with these would work.
And they get crazier as you go on. So, here, Emily, you can start. What's the first one?
Use the accidental grocery bump. It says casually bump your shopping cart into his and gasp, "Oh no, our groceries have met. Guess we should too." Bonus points if you throw a pack of spaghetti into his cart and say, "Looks like fate wants us to share a romantic dinner."
Oh, okay.
I fear Nathan would literally fall for that.
He would, 100%. I think that this could work if maybe you didn't use so many of the cheesy things. Like, accidentally bumping your cart into someone and being like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." Like, I think that could work.
Now, I'm just saying, if you have the boldness to do that, a man better be like, "Absolutely, let's have dinner."
Yeah, he better not look at me like I'm insane. Like, he probably would.
No, but just the little grocery bump. That's crazy.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, but now that our groceries have met, so should we.
That's actually crazy. That is actually crazy.
Okay, the next one is join an expensive gym, but never work out. Just sit on the machines, looking confused until a handsome stranger offers to help you. Look him straight in the eye and whisper, "I don't even go here."
That's creepy to me.
That's really crazy.
I understand, like, going to the gym and just looking helpless, but
Yes.
don't tell them you don't go there.
No, don't be like, "I don't even go here."
'Cause,
That's
like,
creepy.
This is kind of the same idea as, like, I tell my sister, is like, when she needs to go pick up a doctor, and I'm like, just find out where they study at. Like, go to the library.
Yeah.
And look confused.
Yes. Or I've heard you should go to Home Depot and look confused.
I've also heard that.
Lowe's.
Like, that's the thing. Like, go look confused and be like, "Oh no, can you get that thing
I
of
like
wood?
that our voices are going higher.
It's a damsel in distress.
Oh
Can you grab that 2x4 on the fourth shelf? I am too short and I just have weak arms. Tee hee. Tee hee hee. Let me see your big muscles. Yeah, you get that.
Yes, please.
Get that
so glad
chain.
you were here to help.
Pull that chain.
Okay. Do you want to say the next one?
Sure. Become a mysterious figure at the local coffee shop. It says wear sunglasses indoors. Furiously scribble in a notebook and occasionally sigh dramatically. When he asks what you're writing, just say, "The story of us."
I'm sorry, but that's also really creepy.
Could you imagine sunglasses inside?
Let's imagine I'm me and a guy is doing this. And I
Yes.
walked up and I'm probably like, "What are you writing?" And he looked at me dead in the eye and said, "The story of us." I would run away.
No, that's like stalkerish.
Yes.
If you like knew the person maybe a little bit,
Yes.
but not even that. I think I would run away if I was in a coffee shop trying to get my caffeine fix and I saw a dude drawing with sunglasses on.
And he kept sighing and like looking at you like
He just go,
like
no.
oh, he's stalking me for sure.
That's so creepy. Nope, I don't go with that one at all. The only one I go with so far is the gym.
The gym?
But I like the gym one, but just not saying I don't even go here.
See, I like the grocery cart one so far.
Looks like fate wants us to share a romantic dinner.
I think that's so funny.
It is really funny. That one could work, honestly.
That one could. See, parts of the expensive gym one could work, and parts of the grocery bump could work.
I'm literally just basing these off of if Nathan would fall for them because, like, to me,
I have nothing to base it off of.
Well, no, because you can even base it off him because you know him. Like,
He would fall for all of these.
He's just easy. Well, if it was me doing them, yes, he
Yes,
would.
100%.
He would.
Okay, this next one I think is pretty funny. It's to bribe his mom.
Absolutely.
Moms have the ultimate power. Slip her a 20 and have her casually suggest, you know who would be perfect for you? Her. Especially if you, like, know the family. Like, if they go to your church, I think that's really funny.
His mom, Nathan's mom, already is like, you better be nice to her and all this stuff. It would not surprise me if she tried to bribe me, honestly. But, like, the only thing is like, what guy's really gonna listen to their mom?
Some of them, some
are mama's
some
boys.
boys are mom. Yes.
But I'm
So,
like, also,
yeah.
if you're like a mama's boy, I would kind of. It depends on what kind of mama's boy.
Yeah.
Like, some are sweet. Some run for the hills.
Yeah.
Because you'll be living in their basement.
Yeah.
That's
And their mom is
scary.
more important than you. So.
Yeah. Did you
No,
see?
thank
Have you seen
you.
that one video where they were doing a gender reveal, and it was and the mom like jumped on the son?
Yes, I have. I was like, and the girl's just standing
She was
there,
so
and she's like,
mad.
"What the heck, man?"
Oh, I would have been so angry. Okay, this next one. Accidentally kidnap him. Invite him into an Uber, then yell, "Drive!" Now he has no choice but to get to know you.
That reminds me of what movie? The Spree movie with the guy that plays Steve in Stranger Things. Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I just think that's so funny. Obviously, that wouldn't work because people don't. I don't know, but not to my knowledge, do people really share Ubers?
Some do, like in bigger cities and stuff, I think.
Just us country folk don't know
But,
about
like,
Ubers.
Could you imagine?
No,
Just,
I'd
like,
be freaked out. Again, that's
saying,
very
"Drive."
stalkerish.
And then be like, we have to get to know each other now since we're stuck in this Uber together. That's kind of creepy.
Ooh, I guess we're stuck in confined quarters.
Ooh. Now, it would make sense. Honestly, props to you if you, like, figure out where he's actually going to be.
No,
and
that would
be
be
in the
insane.
same one and then play it off cool.
Mm-hmm.
But don't yell drive.
Yeah, don't yell drive. Be like, oh my gosh, like we're in here for X amount of time now.
Like,
Let's
that'll scare
chat.
these people off. But
Coming from not two 19-year-olds, but
I'm 20.
a 19 and a 20-year-old. Woot. Okay, the next one is to get stuck in a tree. Climb a tree near where he jogs, then pretend you're stuck and need a handsome stranger to rescue you. If this fails, at least you get to practice your cat-like reflexes.
Hello, sir. Please help me.
I don't know how I got in this tree, but I really need help getting down.
Can you please show me your big muscles by climbing up this tree to lift me down?
It would be even better if you had a cat. So then, like, bring your cat
Yes.
with you. Oh, please help. I was getting my cat, and now I'm also stuck in this tree.
Please help me.
And
I'm scared.
let's say that where he jogs, or he sees you, but he doesn't help you. Then you could call the fire department.
It even so happens that I'm wearing a dress and no shorts underneath.
Oh, my goodness. That is too scandalous.
Seductive.
No.
Love me, please.
Oh, my. No shorts underneath is crazy. See, what I was saying is then the firemen would come, and usually...
I'm just saying, if you're really trying to pick up a guy and you're that desperate to climb up a tree, you best believe that they're probably going to be wearing a skirt or a dress with no shorts under it.
Oh, my.
I mean, there's going to be something under it,
crazy.
but no shorts.
Okay, I'm all for this next one.
Okay. Wear a t-shirt that says, "I am single" in bold letters. Subtly, it is for the weak. Bonus points if on the back it says, "but not for long."
That word is subtlety.
Oh, sorry. Subtlety. Subtlety is for the weak.
Do you want to say it again?
No.
Okay. I think I could actually do this. I think were I to get a shirt right now that says, "I am single," I would wear it. Maybe I should. Should I go on Etsy?
I figure that's so weird.
What do you mean?
Like, wearing a thing that says I'm single?
People wear shirts that say "Virginity rocks."
Yeah, and those people are weird. And I never understand it. I hated that trend.
Oh, I've seen them like now.
Yeah, I hate that trend.
Like at school.
I hate them.
I mean, I do think it's weird. Don't get me wrong.
I'm like, don't wear that.
Yeah. I'm like, there's other clothes in your closet for sure.
I mean, if you wear it and it's obviously like a goofy looking shirt or something, like, I respect it. It's kind of funny.
No, I want it to say like "I'm single" and then like a bunch of like, the symphony dolphins. I think that'd be funny. And like if it was just really chuggy, like I think that'd be really funny.
Okay, that's fair.
Because I wore a shirt that said senior things when I was a senior, and it was in like the Stranger Things font. I wasn't wearing that because I thought it was cool. I was wearing that because I thought it was like ugly and funny.
Yeah,
that's like fair. I was wearing it in an ironic way.
Yeah.
But I never wore it out because I didn't want people to think I was wearing it in not an ironic way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair. So I don't think that can really work. I feel like people are going to be like, oh.
I mean, hey, guys are different. If we had Nathan in here, we could ask him.
I mean, Nathan literally said that he wanted to get a hat one time that said I'm single.
See? So.
But he's weird.
You're with him.
I know, and he's weird. Like, I tell him that every day.
That's true. Okay. This next one I think is really funny and could work if we lived in, like, the Renaissance era. Challenge him to a duel. Walk up to him, throw a glove on the ground, and declare, "You have insulted me, sir. The only way to settle this is over coffee."
I think that can work now.
I think that's really funny.
I think it is hilarious to challenge him to a duel.
Especially if you kind of know him. If he's just, like, a random person, that's kind of crazy to do that.
No, yeah.
But if you, like, sort of kind of even are just acquaintances with each other, I think that would be funny.
No, that would be so freaking funny.
And I feel like I would definitely say that. "You have insulted me, sir." Does that not sound like something I would say? That does
sound like you. Yeah. Then the next one is leave your phone number everywhere. Napkins, receipts, inside fortune cookies, his car windshield.
I'm going to start doing that. If I think a waiter's hot, I'm going to leave my number on the receipt.
The universe will do the rest.
Yeah, see?
Okay, napkins and receipts is kind of funny to me.
Inside a fortune cookie is absolutely wild.
Okay, but his car windshield, that's stalker-ish.
Be like, well, I mean, let's say I liked someone I worked with, but I didn't want to just give him my number.
Just talk to him.
Yeah, that's a little out there.
No, because here's the thing too. You don't even, unless you put their name on it, like your name on it.
Yeah.
That's just creepy.
Yeah, now it's just a phone number on a windshield.
In today's time too, if you put something on a windshield, you're gonna think it's laced.
It's either a ticket or it's laced. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't touch anything that's on my car.
Yeah,
I refuse.
I'm gonna get a tissue when I get home, and I'm gonna throw it away.
No, yeah, like absolutely not. But that one is kind of funny. Like if you did it to like a waiter or something, like that makes sense.
I'm gonna start writing my number on like bathroom walls, like stall doors.
Oh, that's crazy.
Let me get a Sharpie real quick.
But females are in there.
Oh, that's true.
Are you gay?
No, I'm gonna go in the family bathroom.
Oh, that's even worse.
Single men go in there? I don't think they do.
With their daughter?
I mean, hey, I haven't gotten anyone this far, so maybe I won't have anyone in the next several years, so then I'll need a single dad.
Hey, single dads are fine.
Okay, and this last one is just propose immediately. Who needs the awkward dating phase? Hand him a ring, get on one knee and say, "Want to skip the nonsense?" If he laughs, he might just be the one. So,
I feel like we made a joke that this was basically me and Nathan because, like, it wasn't immediately, but, like, obviously after we hung out, we're like, okay, like, we're going to go on a date and everything. If Nathan had it his way, we'd be married right now.
Yes, he talks about it all the time, and you're always like, no, we have to be graduated and financially responsible.
Like, don't get me wrong, I would love to marry him, but I can't right now. I'd freak out.
You would. You would freak out. I would freak out.
Like,
who would I live with?
Like, we cannot do that right now.
I already made you stay in college longer than you needed to be.
But, like, we have talked about being married, like, for a while now.
Somebody asked me my plans after school while I was at home this last week. And I was like, yeah, I don't really know what they are anymore because someone was supposed to move to New York with me, but we won't talk about that. I was like, yeah, I was supposed to move to New York with my friend, but she's got a boyfriend and they're like planning to get married pretty soon after we graduate. And my mom just kind of looked at me because she obviously knows who I'm talking about. And I'm like, yeah, like I have friends that are like already planning that, Mom. Like, and that's just crazy to me. Like, I'm only 19. I'm gonna turn 20 in like a couple months, but I'm only 19. I am just a baby. I can't think about my friends getting married.
I know. Well, there's been times too that me and him talk about it, and I'm like, I love you, but do you think we can push the date back a little bit? Because that's scary. No,
something else you can't decide is if you even want a wedding.
I can't. Literally
Half the time you're like,
I don't want one this week.
This week you don't want one? Okay. I literally saw you looking at Pinterest today, and what was on there? A bunch of wedding rings.
That's because I've looked at it in the past, and so it's just on there.
No, half the time she's like, I just want to elope. And then the next week she's like, ooh, what are my flowers going to be? And what's my bridesmaid's dresses going to look like?
Literally.
And, ooh, what is this going to do?
I just want to save money.
I know.
But going back to that tip is like, basically that was me and Nathan. Like, I don't know really when we talked about getting married, but it was pretty close to time because our first date was I think it was the 29th.
Okay. Close enough.
Hopefully Nathan doesn't listen to this.
He won't.
He won't, but he might. I doubt he does, though. He hates me. And, anyway, I think we waited a little bit to start dating. It was June 12th because I kept pushing it back.
Yeah, it's not because of him. It's because of you.
No,
literally told him no.
No, I got so scared. I'm the type that has to be like 110% sure because I just can't jump into things. And so, like, we had literally told each other we loved each other before we started dating.
Oh.
Which is, please don't follow my steps. Okay, I should have just started dating him because I knew that I wanted to be with him, but I was too scared to actually have that title, which is stupid, I understand. But I am who I am, so.
I am who I am.
Sorry, guys.
Well, I think that about covers all the tips we have.
I think those are a few good, wild
If anyone actually
tips.
does any of these, please let us know how they go.
No, for real.
We
I
would
think,
love to see if
honestly,
you accidentally get stuck in a tree.
I think you should do them, and I'll
I
come
should
and
do them?
document them.
Oh
Like,
my-
I'll come with you.
Should we
to
actually
make
we could film it for a YouTube video?
That would be so freaking
That would be
funny.
hilarious.
I think
we could start with the grocery store one.
we should.
That would be really funny. So maybe we'll actually do that, but you'd have to come back and listen or watch.
And we'll fill you in.
Yeah.
We'll definitely.
But anyway, you can tune in next week to hear us chat about a very interesting topic that I don't think y'all are really prepared for. And definitely not because we don't know what it is yet again.
We're just not going to tell you.
We're just not going to tell you. You have to come back and it's like a surprise.
Stay tuned. Same place, same time, same Batman channel.
Same Batman channel.
You already know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.